Hi, friends. Welcome to the Hey Fundraiser podcast. I'm your host, Mary Peterson, and whether you're a frontline fundraiser, an executive director, a board member, or someone just wanting to make an impact in your community, this podcast is for you. We cover all facets of fundraising, and our main objective is to give you ideas and inspiration to help you raise more money. Join us as we grow, learn, and make an impact together. Hey Fundraiser, welcome to the Hey Fundraiser podcast. And if you're watching this on YouTube, welcome to the Hey Fundraiser YouTube channel, where we really try to make major gifts feel less like a mystery and more like a party you actually want to be invited to. So I'm Mary, your fundraising coach, hype woman, and lover of both spreadsheets and storytelling. So today I want to dig into one of the biggest time sucks in major gift fundraising. Every day I'm having conversations about stop chasing the wrong prospects. It's very difficult. I get it. Like, you have someone in your area that is very wealthy. And a lot of people think that wealth equates to philanthropy, and it does not. So I want to talk to you about saving your sanity, saving your time. I mean, you've got a limited number of hours, limited names in your portfolio, and brain cells available each week. So let's not waste time on chasing the wrong prospects. So how do you actually know who belongs in your portfolio? Well, let me introduce you to the ABCDE method. This is like 5 fast signals to help you spot the real deal major gift prospects. Now, it is ABCDE. I'm not that creative, but this is like your cheat code for prioritizing who gets your energy and attention. Like I said, you only have so much time. You only have so much brain space. You have to be selective. And just remember, this took me a long time to learn. But when you say no to one thing, you're saying yes to other things. Make sure you're saying yes to the right things and no to the wrong things, including chasing the wrong prospects. Let's start with our ABCDE framework. So A stands for Affinity and Action. This prospect cares deeply and they want to do something about it with your organization. They don't just say, that's such important work. They give, they show up, they're asking questions, they express mission level alignment with you. This is how you know someone cares. So if someone's been around forever and they're only giving you $100 a year and never respond to anything, you might have affinity, right? Because they're giving to you every year, and we love that and we appreciate those donors, but there's no action. So A stands for affinity and action. You have to have both. But if you see someone increase their gift like unsolicited, unprompted, or start volunteering at your events out of the blue, this is a signal fundraiser. So don't ignore the small, spontaneous acts. Those can be the front porch to a major gift conversation. Okay, so let's move on to B. B is big gifts elsewhere. When you're looking at your prospect list and you're looking to see who is worth my time, the people who have made significant gifts to other nonprofits, I'm talking 5K, 10K, 25K. It doesn't really matter if it's in your space. You may work for an animal shelter, but you see that this donor's giving $10,000 gift every year to your local hospital. Great. That doesn't matter. What matters is that they give big when they care about something or when they've been engaged. So with B and big gifts elsewhere, what we're really talking about is they have capacity to give and they're actually making gifts. This is public information. A lot of times you can find this information out in annual reports, public 990s, event sponsorship lists. So you're not prying per se, you're like pattern matching. If they give $25,000 to their college's capital campaign, they can give. Your job is to get them to want to give to you. Okay, let's move on to C, connections inside. This means that they are 1 degree away from knowing someone in your organization. It could be a board member, it could be a staff member. This removes any of the coldness. So they're a little bit warmer and someone you trust already knows them. A board member could bring someone to an event. A volunteer could drop their name to you. A current donor could say, "You should talk to my friend, Patty." A warm referral doesn't just raise your odds of getting a meeting, it tells you someone thinks they belong in your world. So here's a couple examples. If a board member says to you, "I know this couple, they're my neighbors and they would really love to hear more about our work," that's a clue. So one tip is ask your board for one name this month that they think should be on your radar. It's really prospecting gold. You just have to really tell them the parameters. Like, we're looking for people who could make a gift of $10,000 that live in our area. Like, just put some parameters around it and go ahead and ask your board this month. Another example is I have a coaching client in Seattle, and one of the staff members, a program staff member, came to the development office and said, "Hey, I grew up with this gentleman who has now kind of hit it big in the tech space, and I think we should really ask him to support our work." Now, this organization's in Seattle. This donor lives in middle America somewhere like Oklahoma, Kansas or something. The staff member sent an email introduction that was kind of co-crafted, like I helped, the director of development helped, and we wrote this email for this guy to send to his friend. The guy took a private plane, flew out here with his wife, took a tour of the organization, wrote a $100,000 check that day, and was like, "It's so good to connect with you." So a warm referral is huge. Now, that person just made the gift maybe 3 or 4 months ago. So we're working on some strategies to keep them engaged, even though they live 1,500 miles away. But it's the warm referral. They're connected to this person who does this programming, and he loves his job. And when he came and gave the tour, it was really an amazing experience. So it could be a referral from anyone, a staff member, a board member, as long as they have a connection to your organization. Hey fundraiser, before you sign up for another fundraising conference where you might leave with a good tote bag but zero strategy to raise more money, let me invite you to Major Gift Momentum. This is my private coaching group where you'll get weekly coaching calls with me, access to my full Major Gift curriculum, and a community that's actually moving the needle. Major Gift Momentum isn't based in theory, it's based in action. Members are closing 5- and 6-figure gifts within 3 months of joining. Heather just closed a $245,000 gift. Jacelyn just closed a $212,000 campaign gift. And Georgette just got a $500,000 commitment. All within 3 months of joining Momentum. Each of these Momentum members didn't think the donor would give that much, but once I taught them my method, they are raising money at a whole new level. So would you like in fundraiser? If you do, go to heyfundraiser.com/momentum and let's get started. Okay. D stands for donor behavior upgrade. We want to look for signs that they've upgraded themselves without you actually asking them for a gift. So let's say maybe last year they gave $500, and then when you send out your year-end appeal this year, they gave $1,000, or they've added a heartfelt note with their gift, or they checked a box to say make this gift monthly with no conversation. This shows intentionality. They're not just giving out of habit, they're actually leaning in. So these are the things that you want to pay attention to. Now, if they surprise you with a larger gift, follow up with curiosity. You could call, "Oh my gosh, we just got your gift. Thank you so much. I noticed that you increased your giving. We're so honored. I'd love to hear what inspired you to do that." And then really listen. So if they're upgrading on their own, they're sending in $1,000, $5,000 gifts without actually being solicited, they're begging you for engagement. So speaking of engagement, that is E. Are people replying to your emails? Are they showing up to events? Do they forward your newsletter to their friends? Are they returning your emails and texts? So time and attention are currency. Time and attention is like the love language that a donor shows an organization. So if they're giving you either time or attention, that's a signal that you can go deeper with them. Now, this is especially true for donors who are not yet giving big dollars, but they're starting to show up anyway. It's a sign of readiness. They're just waiting for the right invitation. So, little pro tip, I would track engagement behaviors. Track your clicks, really look at who's replying, who's RSVPing, who's engaging above and beyond just the gift amount. An increased gift, we all love that. But if people are giving you time and attention and they're being engaged, fundraiser, these are prospects worth spending your time. Okay, so we've gone through the ABCDE framework, but a couple caveats. Just because someone fits ABCDE doesn't mean they're ready for an ask today. So this is about spotting the right people in your portfolio and making sure that you're spending your time, attention, and brain power on the right people. So spotting those people doesn't necessarily mean that they're ready for an ask. Spotting isn't about rushing to the solicitation. It's really about prioritizing who gets your time to now go into discovery, go into cultivation, and really start to build that relationship. So the goal is to move people from potential to partner and do it very intentionally. So I would urge you to pull up a list of your current portfolio and use the ABCDE framework to filter your portfolio and your prospecting lists. So it's almost like a qualification shortlist. If people are meeting A, B, C, D, and E, they should stay on your prospect list. If they're only meeting 4, you should decide which 4 are most important to you. If they're meeting 3 or less, I know this is hard to hear, fundraiser, but I would bless and release, because we really need them to be showing up. We need affinity and action. We need to know that they're giving big gifts elsewhere. And of course, big gifts doesn't mean 6-7-figure gifts. They're giving 5, 10, 25K to other organizations. So they're proven philanthropists. We need, a really nice connection. We don't have to have the C. You don't have to have a connection. If they're giving, you as a fundraiser could be that connection inside. We need their behavior. We need continued giving. We need upgraded giving. And we need engagement beyond just the gift. So, fundraiser, this is my ABCDE framework. Now, if you want this framework in a tidy little one-pager that you can bring to your prospect meetings or sit on your desk or just kind of have as a reference, go ahead and go to the show notes or the description below and grab my prospect spotting checklist. It's going to walk you through the ABCDE plus a couple bonus spotting signals that I didn't cover here. Now, this is also something you can use before a donor visit. Use it in your next strategy meeting. Use it when you're feeling stuck. Use it when you are thinking, who is the next person that I need to start building a relationship with? Because if you're looking and you have people who are A, B, C, D, and E, friend, those are the ones that you want to go after. So my hope is that these 5 signals save you time, stress, and any and all second guessing. So if this was helpful, follow the show, leave a review, share it with someone on your team who is drowning in low likelihood prospects, which is just the worst place to be in. So you're doing the brave work, fundraiser. I am here to help. I will see you in the next video. Hey fundraiser, thanks so much for being here today. Did you know that we create a special page for each episode that contains helpful links, episode highlights, standout quotes, and freebies? Check it out in today's podcast description. If you loved what you heard today, would you kindly give us a rating and review? It really helps other fundraising professionals find our Hey Fundraiser community. I'm Mary Peterson, and thank you for listening.